Well, the two things that we talked about in the opening team meeting was, and the team that was going to win, every team had talent in the league. The talent was very evenly distributed. It was not going to be talent that was going to dictate who was going to be the champion of the USFL. The difference in winning and losing, especially with so little time to prepare, was before you can ever win, you got to make sure you don't beat yourself. You can't turn the ball over. You can't give up huge plays. You can't have a bunch of lost yardage plays. You can't have missed assignments, void a zone and give up an uncontested deep ball, not block a defensive tackle and give up an uncontested sack. Before you can ever learn to win, you got to make sure you don't beat yourself. So our primary emphasis was to eliminate the negative plays, make sure everybody knew what they were doing. Even as an offensive staff, we had some plays we threw out early in the season because we didn't feel like we could execute them at a high enough level, and that we just didn't want to beat ourselves. Talk to the quarterbacks, running backs at length about protecting the football. And then the second part of this was whoever was going to come together and play together as a team was going to be the team that had the best chance. And those were the two biggest challenges in my mind in putting the football team together with the limited time we had since we drafted them in February, started practice in March, and had to play in April. I mean, normally you have about 8 months to put a team together, and those were my two biggest concerns that we tried to address right from the beginning. And I thought this team did an incredible job of giving up their own individuality for the good of this team. If you go back and look at our season, we won games on offense where we had to score 30 points. We won games on defense 10-9. It wasn't so much that it was just the offense or just the defense, but what they did, they just had an incredible resolve. And anytime somebody scored against us, those guys went out there and they answered the challenge. And I said, really, it was awesome to see a group of men come together and do what they did collectively. And it was a lot of fun. And I'll be honest, I would be remiss in saying that the support that we had in the stadium, the energy that was in the stadium, the way the people cheered, supported. There was a game that we were not playing very well offensively, and I noticed the crowd just kept getting louder for the defense and making more and more noise to cheer the defense on. I mean, it was a fun thing to be part of, and it was a really neat thing to watch come together.